Tellemtribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace. I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, coming to you with another reading. I hope that you had an amazing weekend. My weekend was great. I went out on the town, walked around, feeling beautiful, feeling great. I saw Jupiter on Friday through this really powerful telescope. If you haven't seen that video that I uploaded in my Tarot in My Life folder, definitely check it out. It doesn't show you the actual view that I had through the telescope, but it showed the experience of up until locating the room where the telescope was on FAU, Florida Atlantic University's campus, which was quite an adventure, which I would love to do time and time again whenever there are any phenomenal events in our universe, because they make it open to the public. So shout out to FAU's science department for creating that opportunity, because it was awe-inspiring. Jupiter is beautiful. The experience of astrology, experiencing astrology hands-on like that, it just makes you so aware of how big our universe is and how small our problems are. So speaking of problems, let's tap into what this reading is about. I have a new deck and I'm not really familiar with the imagery as yet, so I figured it'll be nice to use this deck for this particular reading, because someone is not feeling familiar in their relationship right now. Like they probably hit a rough patch in their relationship, and you just want to know, like, how can you stay faithful? Like, what can you do, because you are feeling tempted to just strike while the iron is hot. You might be feeling hot and bothered, and you may want to step out, and I'm going to give you some guidance on how to reinforce that connection, because if you really love the person that you're with and you care about their well-being and you care about yourself and respect yourself and this person, you will think twice before stepping out on them. But we are all human and we all have feelings and urges that we cannot ignore, but how we react to these things is what builds character. So take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link is in the description. Turn on post notifications, click like to show love to the video, which in turn shows love to the channel. Share the video to share the wealth. And you know what I'm gonna ask y'all? Drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. And subscribe to the channel. Join the channel membership to see members only content, get that special members only badge, get access to receiving free readings in the comments, quick reads, of course, with your permission. I don't read anyone without their permission. And that's on that. It's a lot of perks and things to take a part of and to receive by following and joining this community officially. So Spirit, please provide me with the guided message for the individual that's looking for guidance in this connection that they are in, because you are tempted to stray away. My deck is upside down and I'm not reading the reversals. Okay, so we have the Pentacles here. We have the Queen of Wands here. It's going to take me a little moment to get some of these, to see some of these cards, because what's so interesting about this deck is that the non-court cards are not the non-court cards, but like the minor cards, the minor arcana cards are mushrooms. So it's like I have to get more affiliated get more affiliated with these images, because it's deep, and I just love that about the deck. It's like you have to look beyond the surface, which is what tarot is about, which is what life is about. So let's experience this new deck together, as this is the first reading that I'm doing with the Mushroom Hunters Tarot deck. So Spirit, please provide me with a guided message for this person who is feeling tempted to stray. Please provide me with the guided message for this person who is feeling tempted to stray. So you're in this long-term relationship and you're trying to figure out what the relationship is lacking that makes you want to stray away. So I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, you may feel as if the money, there may be like a financial deficit, a financial issue between you and your partner. You may feel as if they could be doing more. And I sense an energy of someone who has their shit together. And it's like you feel guilty. Some of you feel, I think this energy is so strong for me because some of you don't feel guilty about it. So maybe that's why the energy is so strong and being pushed onto me. It's as if I can't breathe. So you feel stifled by this energy, or you may be feeling stifled by this relationship, like the financial bearings and the financial obligations are falling on you, and this person is not pulling their weight. Now, we're not going to talk about gender with regards to who's supposed to be doing what, because, you know, every relationship is different. You could be in a same-sex relationship, a lesbian relationship, where one woman does more than the other, or you decide to do 50-50. The same thing could be for a gay relationship or a heterosexual relationship. All the other acronyms in the LGBTQ, whatever, I don't really, want to elaborate because I'm not that versed on it. But regardless of to what your pronoun is, you may be feeling as if the agreement that you got into when you got in this relationship was that someone would be responsible for something and the other person would be responsible for the rest. And that person is not pulling their weight for whatever it is that they were supposed to be responsible for. The Lover's card in reverse on the bottom of the deck, but I don't really read reversal. So the Lover's card in general is on the bottom of the deck. So you don't want to step out on this relationship, but you have been feeling the urge to, because you feel like this person, it's like it's making your skin crawl at some points where you don't even want to. You can't stand them some days because you feel as if they're dropping the ball financially. That's the main problem in this relationship, money. And you're not wrong for feeling this way, especially if you are a successful individual and you work hard and you've made a name for yourself in whatever industry that you're in. And this person, you met this person when you were at the peak and are still in your prime of what you're doing, and you guys maybe had this plan of world domination, so to speak, but dominating your respective industries, and you feel like this person may have gotten lax, lazy, lackadaisical, and the financial bearings of things are falling on you quite often, and that's not what you anticipated. So that's what it is, money issues right now. So people who are making more or seemingly making more money than your person, or relationships that are financially stable or seemingly financially stable on the forefront, seem more appealing to you. So you may have shyly, converse with people with the Three of Pentacles, your inner circle. You may have confided in people saying, so he's not doing this, or she's not doing what she said she would. She's lazy, or he's lazy, and I don't really know where to go from here. I see how your relationship is going. It's like you're trying to get advice from people in your tax bracket. Like, how do you handle when your partner goes off the deep end and got so comfortable that they just dropping the ball because they know that you'll handle it? So you're doing the right thing by reaching out, but at the same time, the feeling that you have to step out is, it's a bit extreme for the circumstance, because you want to work with your partner to see how you can address the issue. But that's what the issue is. Now, does your partner's behavior justify what you're feeling? Of course, it justifies it. Because you're the one that's working, you're the one that's doing everything that you need to do. I feel like this person may have lost a loan, or fell behind on a loan, or there was some kind of contract that fell through. And I feel like the Queen of Wands energy is your energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is here. So you may be a Capricorn, but you may have this Queen of Wands energy where you make sure that you handle things. Like, you're not going to spend a bag on a trip if you know that the gutter needs to be replaced on the house. You got your priorities in order. And I feel like the way that you're feeling is justified. And I don't think you should feel guilty for being concerned or even considering stepping out on the connection. The guilt would only shower in, like fall full force through into the creases of your mind and your relationship and the domain of everything that you've built if you actually take action on that. Now, here's a very interesting question here. If you should step out, will you get emotionally burned? Let me take a moment to look at this. I feel as if you step out, this will plague you. I feel like your emotions will not allow you to forget what you've done, because you are going through a rough patch with your person when this is the time when you're supposed to turn to them completely. According to what the cards are saying here, it's like you genuinely care about this person, but you also have, it's like you have this status to uphold. So you would do anything to save face, but at the same time, you don't want to leave them behind, but you don't also want to keep being unhappy. So I feel like there's a conversation here that hasn't happened, and that's why you have this drawback. You feel like maybe if you create a new connection with someone who is doing what your partner isn't, it will fill the void for you, and you can like step out every now and then, and it'll be okay, because this person that you're with is too caught up in what's going wrong in their life, in their situation, in their money situation anyway, because they don't want to put that burden on you. So while they're being selfless, you're being a little bit selfish. So I feel like emotionally, you probably won't be able to handle a fling or a promiscuous night or a date with someone else, because you will get an emotional connection to someone who doesn't want to be with you outside of that connection. That's what I feel. I feel like you're going to latch on a little harder because of what you're going through. It's so interesting because I sense an energy of someone who's giving you bad advice. I sense an energy of someone like, so your best friend might be egging this on, because I feel like you and your best friend, you may be in the same industry. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is definitely here. Someone's a Capricorn or a Taurus, but they're basically painting the picture like it won't be a big deal because they can't pull their weight. Your partner can't pull their weight anyway. So you have the right to do it. And I feel like there's something in your heart chakra you have to pay attention to. Meditative work on your heart chakra. And I feel like if you were to step out, I feel like your actions towards this person will change, and they would sense something is wrong. Because remember, now we're considering, should you step out on this connection and can you get away with it? We're going to keep it a buck. This is what you want to do, right? So we're going to address it. And I feel like, yeah, you can get away with it, but your actions are going to be a dead giveaway after the fact. Because right now in your connection with your person, right? Every time you guys have a conversation, it's some kind of conflict about them not putting in enough effort to change the circumstance, as opposed to you providing solutions and you becoming a bit aloof, a little bit disregarding what's happening, as opposed to being an active participant in it. And I feel like after you maybe step out and address the things with a third party, or just disconnecting yourself from the situation, you're going to come back happier. You're going to come back happier, and they're going to sense that switch. So while they might not find out about the actual infidelity or you doing your thing, they're going to feel a change and a shift in the energy. Now with the Six of Swords, it's showing here that you just want to change. I feel like your life in general has become predictable for you. And the only reason that you're considering stepping out at this point is because that would create some kind of excitement. And you genuinely love being in love, with the Lovers here on the bottom of the deck. But with things being in turmoil lately due to finances, it's just something that you don't want to deal with, because you come from a family that has a lot of money. So you're just like, this is not a conversation that I'm used to having. So you don't even know how to have those monetary conversations to see how to bring things back to the center and to fix things. So I feel like right now you need to address the issue by stating your true, authentic feeling. If you're not journaling it, you need to journal it, because by journaling it and looking back at it and reading it even an hour later, you'll see that you may have feelings that you're burying and blaming the relationship. Overall, I feel like if you step out on this person, if you step out on this person, like you're tempted to stray and you go off the deep end, I don't believe that this relationship would be able to recover from it. You'd be seen as the villain. So I'm going to pull a Moonology Oracle card for you to close this out. And I'm going to send you healing energy and the courage to be strong in your connection. If you love who you're with, then you will have the conversation with them to let them know where your headspace is, even if you don't know how to start that conversation. And you also have to be careful with who you are speaking your heart to. That friend that's giving you bad advice, I think they're single. They secretly want you to be single as well. And I feel like this will not fare off well for you. You'll still have your best friend at the end of the day, but this person that you're with that's going through this rough patch, they're going to see you as the villain, as if you were plotting this from the get-go. So you need to speak to them and let them know where your heart is. Take time to breathe out. And that's pretty straightforward information. Take time to breathe out. Don't do anything impulsively, because you will regret it. And know that you're human, and the feelings that you feel are normal. When things get tough, you tend to look for a way out. Who doesn't? But all that you need is to look at your situation and know that you're not alone, and you just need to turn to the person that you love and speak in a stress-free environment and let them know where your heart is. Let them know that you've been tempted to do your own thing because you feel like they've laxed and got relaxed, and everything is falling on you and is stressing you out, and you don't want to do them dirty. And if for any reason you feel that you want a change, of which I do feel that you want to change, you need to discuss that change as well with the Six of Swords, because it's saying that you have to embrace what is. Embrace that you're the one that's getting the breadwinner right now. Embrace the fact that this situation is shitty for you right now, and embrace that you may need a little time R&R to yourself. You just may need a little getaway for yourself to see how you want to approach the situation, and then talk to your person. And in the midst of that little break to yourself, don't step out. Give your person an opportunity to speak their feelings, because perhaps you guys can come to a resolution that makes sense for both of you, because you're in this connection together after all. So I hope that you are in good spirits. I hope that you would make the best decision for yourself. Subscribe to the channel. And until next time, love and light, tribe.